Hey guys, it's Miss Spada here. Going to help you tackle this opinion writing short book report for this week's writing assignment. So let's make it simple. Pick your favorite book, a book you've read, a book that you know a lot of, a book maybe you own. Find something that you really like. It's going to help you write a lot about it and think of details if you pick your favorite book. So find something you really like. For me, I am going to pick a book called, some of you may have heard of, SEO Trot. And for me, that's one of my favorites. I love the little story in it. I think it's cute. And I know a lot of the second graders this year read that book, so that might help you if you did get to read it. Some of you haven't, and that's okay too. I should do a good enough job explaining it, of why it's an awesome book, that you should know a little bit more about it. So let's get started. I want to think about my favorite book, and then I want to think about one of my favorite dessert sandwiches, an Oreo. And I know both second grade classes have done this. When we think of opinion, there's a really cute way of remembering how to write an opinion. You think of your opinion and you write that first. You want the reader to know exactly what you're thinking. Then you give your reason. Now, usually this part here is a fact. And then you want to give maybe another example or another reason of why, that book is so good. So you want to give another fact. And then the last part that really wows the reader is you end it with your opinion again. So this is the same opinion. You're just going to end it with that strong opinion so the reader does not forget the point you were trying to make. So now all we have to do is think about SEO Trot and think about Oreos, and we're getting ready to write. So let's think about, for me, I'm going to think about my opinion of SEO Trot. I could say it's my favorite. That says fave. My fave. And this is obviously my sloppy copy, not my final draft, because look how messy my handwriting is. I could say it's kind of like I'm doodling, thinking of my ideas. I could say it's not my favorite. Maybe I just say like it's a cute story. Maybe I just say it's entertaining. I gotta kind of pick a reason why I like it. Maybe I just say it's an awesome book about turtles. Awesome turtle story. And for those of you who haven't read SEO Trot, I shouldn't have said turtle, I should have said tortoise, because technically SEO Trot is the word tortoise backwards, Tortoise. And the story is about a tortoise, and so it's more about a love story. So maybe I like that it's a love story, or maybe not. Ew. So I have to pick a reason why I think it's such a great story. Okay, I'm going to go with it. I know I said pick your favorite book. It's not my all-time favorite, but it is a book that I really like. So I'm going to say it's an awesome turtle story. And I'll probably change that to tortoise. It's an awesome tortoise story. All right, so now I want to get started. Look at how messy my brainstorming is. Now I'm going to change colors just so you can kind of see what I'm thinking here. And when I get started to write it, and this is what you might want to do, you want to think of your opinion first. So I'm going to write that in a sentence, and I'm going to write SEO Trot is I'll say it's an awesome story about a tortoise. That's my opinion. All right, that's my O in Oreo. I'm going to switch colors to do my reason. I'm going to go with the green here. Now, the reason that I think it's an awesome story about a tortoise, not having a period there is going to drive me nuts, so I got to put a period in. Remember, we put in periods as we go. Remember that, Miss Spada. All right, I got excited, so I forgot my period, but I got it back. So, excuse me, I might say that this book is exciting to read. Because, and you are welcome to steal that sentence of mine right here. This book is exciting to read because, as your second sentence, if you need help, some of you do and you like that sentence starter, and some of you know exactly what you want to say and you don't need the sentence starter, and that's okay too. I might say it's an exciting book to read because you learn about tortoises in a cute way. Right, that's one of my reasons that you're learning about a tortoise in a cute way. Let me think of another reason. I'm gonna go with the same green color for my example. I can keep writing right here next to this way and make it look like it's a paragraph, or I can start a brand new sentence over here. Just because I'm showing it to you guys, I'm going to start a brand new sentence over here, but you may just decide to keep going on your line right here. And I could use the words, for example. I give a little pause there, so I would put in a comma. If you know how to use a comma already, then you maybe put that in there. For example, comma. We call that kind of a linking phrase or linking word there that I'm kind of connecting my thoughts together. For example, I'm talking about what I said up here about how it's exciting. An example is we learn about a tortoise named Alfie. I'm getting kind of specific, and I hope if you've never read this book that you're getting like, ooh, excited about it a little bit by what I'm writing. We want our readers to get excited about it. If we're thinking of our task, our audience, and our purpose, we want our readers to be persuaded by our opinion. Anytime you're writing an opinion piece, it's probably to persuade someone to agree with your opinion or at least understand your opinion well. They don't have to agree with it, but at least they understand it. Your goal is to try to get them to agree with you. For example, we learn about a tortoise named Alfie and how the main characters fall in love. I know it's mushy, but it was really cute. How they fall in love over caring for him. Caring, Miss Spada, for him. Good thing this isn't my final draft, because look how messy that is. Ugh. Okay, I could clean it up a lot. Ugh, there's no double R's in caring, Miss Spada. Now, I'm doing something that slows me down, but it's something I can do. And because you guys are watching me, it's making me nervous, so I want it to be perfect. But I can go back and check my spelling at the end. Great rule of thumb is, okay, what I could have done that would have been so much faster that I bet the Stingrays would already remember is underline it, because I know I spelt it weird, I spelt it wrong. I'll come back to it at the end and check it. So if you underline words that are wrong as you go, it helps you to remember to go back and fix it later. Don't let it slow you down. Don't let spelling slow you down. Just write what you think and underline it and move on. All right, I'm going back to purple. Why? Because purple is when I list my opinion. Now, I could copy this same thing, but that might be kind of boring. Just like an Oreo has a top, a chocolate cookie at the top, and then, it's got of course it's got to have double stuffing. And then it's got that chocolate cookie at the bottom. I want that chocolate cookie back on the bottom, but I don't have to use the exact same sentence. Maybe I spice it up a little bit. Maybe I say anyone who loves I want to be persuasive. Anyone who loves tortoises? I want to say something cool about the book. And mysterious stories, or I'll just say and mysteries, will love this book. Exclamation point. All right. So now, what's left to do? I know my good writers out there are thinking, if you don't think you're a good writer yet, I bet you are. But I bet you know the answer. What do I have to do next? Am I done? Turn it in. Yay, it's done. No, you guys are probably screaming at your computer. No, you got to go back and check your work. Remember, is it good? Well, of course it's good because you wrote it. So you know it's going to be good. But is it what we're looking for? So our task is, remember we think T-A-P, task, right? And opinionated, which means that just is a fancy word for like your opinion, a book report about a book, okay? I picked SEO Trot. Audience, who do you think is going to read this? Well, I knew my audience was kids. I wouldn't pick a grown-up boring book or a grown-up exciting book for kids because it probably wouldn't interest you. So if you pick, this is where it gets tricky. Your audience is for kids, but that doesn't mean your favorite book can't be a book that's for little kids or older kids. You can pick your favorite book. Just remember who you're writing it to. So use words that kids would connect with. I used the word awesome. If I was writing this for grown-ups, I probably wouldn't choose the word awesome. I'm using the word tortoises because kids usually like animals. And that's part of something in my book. I'm using the words exciting to read because you learn about tortoises in a cute way. So you have to choose words that you think your audience will understand. I think you guys will do well with that. And your purpose. It's an opinion. So you're telling people what you think and why. And you kind of want them to agree with you. At least when you write opinions, you want that to be the goal. They really, you said your opinion so well, they agree with you. All right, so now that is kind of our purpose for writing this. And we think about what we've written now down here. It is a mess, so I'm going to have to go back and put my best handwriting, and that will be good because I'm going to catch any errors. I'm going to read over it again. Each sentence, make sure I've got periods, make sure the words are spelled correctly. Make sure I could straighten things up or add more. Maybe I want to say another sentence here. Of course, you could come up with more than 2 examples. And more than 2 reasons. Maybe I want to say we really learn what tortoises eat. Or we really learn how tortoises grow or how to take care of tortoises. Although in the book, there's a little mystery about how Alfie grows so fast that only Mr. Hoppy, one of the main characters, knows. Maybe I want to put that in there. That sounded exciting. Let me add that in there somewhere like that. All right, so I'm going to read through everything, check my spelling, any words I underlined. Caring, fall in love over caring for him. I could even add something, or at least one character is, because Miss Silver is, but not Mr. Hoppy. Mr. Hoppy is a little trickster. So maybe the audience now is like, what? Only one character is learning about how to care for him? One character is falling in love? What does she mean by that? Maybe I have to explain that more. And now, folks, once I've checked over it, it makes sense. It's clear. And it's got my opinion, my reasons, and my opinion. I want to rewrite it in my best handwriting and then turn it in. Now, you can also type it if that helps too. I hope this helped you. Use the Oreo visual. If it breaks it down easier for you to just think of 4 sentences, 1, 2, 3, 4, you could do that. But again, you could add a lot more especially if you want to really convince your audience. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. All right, happy writing.